Hello and welcome back to Ostriv. If you have made any comments and I haven't addressed them, it is because I am playing these first episodes back to back, so there haven't been a chance to get them answered yet. I did look up about potatoes, and when it concerns Sweden, that's the only thing I can answer to. The first potato turned up in 1658, and it was only grown in botanic gardens as an unique plant. And it was not until the 1800s, in the start of it, or you say 1900s. I am so totally lost when it comes to counting the years in English, because it's so different from how we say it in Swedish. But in the beginning of 1800s, say 1810 or something like that, potatoes grew more common and were very popular to making snaps or aquavit, and that was the main purpose for it in Sweden at the time, because they thought they were using too much grains to make the snaps. So they went over to make it out of potatoes instead. And when they had years that didn't have that much food generated, they went over to eat the potatoes. But before we used potatoes, we mostly used different kinds of turnips, and especially what you call Swedish turnips or Swedes in English, and if I'm not mistaken, it's called rutabaga in the US. That was our main source of food. If I'm correct, and I don't know, but I might be. But it could have been totally different in Ukraine, because the potato came much earlier to Spain and the south of Europe than and it took quite a long while before it got common up here in Scandinavia. So there we got it. A bit of history. That was educating to me, at least. So where are we at? I put in another food store down here, which now got a fish and potatoes and a female worker. And it's October, so we soon have snow here. 1.5 months left of green, and then got 3 months of a white. And we have the farm going, and we're building that trading post, and we could continue building that too. How are we doing with wood? We now got 79. We have some nails and we still got 5 iron. We got a laborer there. Have we got any firewood in here? Yes, we got 2. And we can't say take from other warehouses because we only got this one. We are still losing money. Now down on 776 gold units or gold. And oh, you got flour in your house. The fudge we don't need anymore right now. It's good for now. And you were out turning the windmill for a bit. Doing a great job with that. 284 nails. And you came here with more firewood. And we still have to see that someone is using that firewood. Here comes a little boy. Who are you? Thor. And what are you doing? You are just passing by and go into a house. Do you live there? Find home. No, you don't. Are going there to play with someone else? Maybe you were there to play with Svetlana. Svetlana. It's an I. I don't know if it's pronounced Svit or Svet. No, no. Either way, she is 5 years old. Then maybe she needed someone to play with. And how are we doing on fish? That isn't in the stalls. It's 8.6. So we will have fish during the winter. We will have potatoes. Still got a lot of potatoes here. 14 units. And we got 15.6 units of wheat. Do we have any potatoes here? We do. And we have some there. And we have some here. So we will get by fine during the winter. So we can move on and think about what we need to do later on. When we got this farm fully working, we will build another one. I just don't know where, but probably out here. It isn't the best layout here. That wood is in the way, but it will disappear sooner or later, and we will build a bridge over here, and we will have the forestry production starting over here. Because we need that space. So instead of replanting it, we will have it disappear. I think. So for that reason we will probably build some more houses over here. And I'm trying to use the wrong buttons. Oh, why can't you just move it a tiny bit? That's better. So we will build one, two, and three houses out there. And they can be queued up. How are we doing on wood? It's getting better, and we have 2 workers there, and that's splendid. And I was to have a closer watch of this. And I haven't seen anyone gone in here. And I haven't... Where are you going? You are going here to get some more fish. And I thought maybe there would be someone coming here, and you are running to and through, filling up the market stall. You are filling with water. And no one gets to fetch any wood. And we will soon have to stop fishing, and all of you, both of you, are taking a rest. And now you're going back to work, so you will be able to get some more fishes before winter arrives. You will work through the winter, and we will probably have you been accompanied by another worker. Once the fisherman can't work anymore, this is halfway about and waiting for thatch. No, clay. We need clay. And the thatch is okay. And it's almost wait, 764 units of money. Or should we can just call it gold? maybe. That would suit me fine. And it seems like there was something happened here. Or it was just when they put new things in. I'm curious to see if there's anyone going to fetch firewood there. I have my doubts. And we are in November. The fishermen are going back, so you can now skip that work, and we will put another worker in here to get some more flour. And you are working there, and you haven't started with anything else. But that's okay, we got time. We got the main things up and running. You can we put that was changed in January. I do that. But we can activate that, and we can activate this one. We change that to potatoes. We can deactivate those. Deactivate. So we got these two coming up. That will be fine. Now we will see how we will manage through the winter. I'm trying to keep an eye on you, and you got flour now. And we got 10 firewood in here. Will it ever disappear? And you got more flour. There are a lot of children running around. We got more fish here that they will take up to the granary. And we need more. Let's try and put in another cart parking. And that won't go in here either. I'm uneven terrain. I might put you in here. I do that. We will put one worker in the carpentry, and we will order 2 carts here. We will put another one Car park. Over here, if we may. Like so. That's insta build, and we get 2 more cards in there. Then we will have double card park. Not bad. How are we doing on fudge? Still good. Wood is more than fine. This will go fine. I think we can go up to speed 3 for a while. We're bleeding some money, but not so much at this time. We still got 5 iron here. And as soon as you have fetched up, that tent will disappear. And we can do something else out here. Whatever that might be. And my gosh. That hammer wheel was really speedy. And everyone is working hard here. So we now got 1 card here and 1 is on its way. At the moment the carpentry is a building that we will just use occasionally, and it's for building carts and building plows. And as we don't have any oxen yet, we won't be using it that much. And you are... we will pause you and pause you. So after this building has finished, you will go back here. Are you already back here? Of course, why do as I say? Or imagine you would do. You do as you want, either way. I can only suggest things to do. It seems. We will get a better understanding of underlying rules for the game. Who to do what and when to do what and so on. But for now we don't know so much. We can make assumptions. And we could stay calm and not getting angry at the poor little workers. And I doesn't seem that there go anyone in there. Is there anyone coming with firewood from anywhere? Look there. That lady. I don't know where she went in. She came all the way from up in the forestry and didn't go and pick up firewood here. That's a pity. Another solution could be that we could sell it in the market stalls. Because I don't think they should need to go up here now when we have warehouses. And we can store firewood in them. I'm sorry I didn't get to slow down until you might not see it. I think it's a pity. Because I don't think you can have firewood in here. And I think that would be neat. If it's something they're buying. Otherwise they should be able to pick it up here. And they don't. At least it doesn't look like they do. Now we got 2 cards here. None of them are taken. Here are 2 taken, and we haven't got any cards there yet. But they're on their way. And the trading post are getting along. So we can speed it up again. How are we doing here? We have 8 women looking for jobs. And we have 19 vacancies. So that's rolling along. I don't think it's necessary to put benches out of the working places because I think they have to go home to eat and rest and do things that needs to be done at the house. That's why they are sitting down here, but we could, and maybe we should actually give them some benches here. What about? Here is a huge space, so why don't we put down some benches here and maybe over here? Can sit there and have, look, they took them into use directly. Can we have back to back? No, we can't. We could place a bench over here, maybe. And maybe overlooking the river. One here maybe. And on this side. They've got some alternatives at least. You can look at what's going on further up in the village. So now you have closer to a resting place if you need a bench to rest and don't have to run up here all the time. Oh look, a couple sitting here and it doesn't look very comfortable. Can't say. Well, let's have a couple of birches. We can put some here and some there. And why not having one here? We might even get one here. Just pop down one here and there. And we can have random placed trees. It doesn't hurt, I think. Like so. Let that be for now. So we are in February. This is activated and that is activated, and we are soon going into March, and we will have our fields planted and so on. So that will be up in the next episode, and I will end this one here. So thank you for watching. Have a really good one and do take care.